too. I was going to set up a 15 footer and do 20 meters for a while. I'm not going to. I was going to use this new box I got, but I'll show the box. I don't have it completed all the way yet, but this is my portable box, and I have everything to activate the part on my box. I don't have my meter yet. Well, basically it's going to be two USB connectors. Well, let's go over here. It's going to be it's going to be two USB charging ports, along with a C charging port, button that turns it off, and it's going to show the voltage. I still got to get that meter hooked up to this box. There's can't remember. Oh, I want to put since this is a Shack in a Box, I'll show you the radio in a minute. It's a FT Yaesu FT 100D. It's one of the older ones, but it works good. And it's all fused up. It's all. I turned it on and off with the switch. The whole. And I also got connections for SAE connections to charge it up right here. That's the SAE, and you can tell it's really windy now, and that's why I charge it up. I'll shut that. And one side I got a HF, and I plan on putting a VHF port, although I probably would never use it. I just use a handheld, but still, since this is a Shack in a Box, it has two outlets on the radio, so I could also run VHF. Now I plan on putting a meter on there to show me what the voltage is, and like I said earlier, the USB. Let me unlock it. It's just a smaller case. It's 18. I don't remember the numbers now. From Harbor Freight. It's a Apache case. It's the $29 one. I got a $39 one, but I plan on putting a different with solar and everything on that one. And so this is what I got so far. I got the radio inside, on and off button. I'll just turn it on right now. It's on. See if I turned it off here first. Okay. I don't know if you can see in the dark here or the light, whichever. It is on. But I was going to deploy a 17-foot whip antenna, but I decided not to with this wind. It might break it. And this is a little USB for light. Probably would never use it, but once I put my USB meter with all the plugs, I'll just plug it in here, and so I can see when it's darker what I'm doing. And but that's I'm still waiting on the meter. I'll put it probably about right there, and that's about all I got left. I may put an extra port in case I want to run another radio. I'm an remote control guy. I used to fly, and I still do once in a while, RC planes. So I like XT60. So I got XT60 wiring in here, splitters and everything. I'm not going to open it all up, but I got two 15 amp. What are those kind of batteries, John? LiFePO 4 batteries, they're called. Two LiFePO 4 batteries underneath there, laying sideways, hooked in parallel, and then the wiring for all the stuff I need. And I'm going to turn it off here. The reason I put a switch, because this has a little bit of a draw, even when it's turned off. Okay, I turn that off. And when I turn that off, and I go home and I need to charge, I just shut this up. And I plug in my charging, and it's the home one. Now later on, I may end up putting some solar. If I do the solar, I may have enough room inside, I don't know, for the solar charge controller. Even if I don't, I could probably put the one in the little enclosure in the back and plug it in and have solar. But I have a bigger box. I have the one step up that's a much bigger box, and I plan on making that one as this solar charger, with the solar charger and all. This is what I got so far, and I had a lot of fun making it. It's about 16 pounds. I think I weighed it this morning, and it's all right. I try to go minimalistic. I try to not have everything in the sun and throw everything in but the kitchen sink. I don't usually do that. I put whatever's necessary, and this is more than necessary, especially once I get the USB and the meter USB cords things in there. And that'd be a simple thing. I already got the wiring. I just have to get it in the mail and then drill a hole on the side somewhere and some of that. But that's it. That's all I got. If it wasn't so dang windy right now, I'd be putting my 17-foot antenna out there and doing some more POTA. But as is, in the truck I did mobile 10 meters, and I got 25 contact. There's a wasp right next to you, John. So, okay, I thought I'd want to show it off, and all done. Probably take my dogs for. You want to take them for another walk down or what? I don't feel like just going yet. What time is it? Well, let me put this box up. I don't want to carry that with us. I don't want to go far either. I just want to walk around and look at the water a little bit. No, stay. Ah, dang. Oh, God. My son pointed out I shouldn't be using a switch, but that's all I had at the time. I may change that for a rocker switch later. Don't want that accidentally left on and drain battery. All right, let's go for a little walk, girls. Walk on the wild side. That guy was, I guess, right there. Is he going? Yeah, there he is. Well, I'm glad to see that not everybody's afraid of somebody else. It seemed like COVID, everybody stays away from each other ever since then. So can't get near anybody, stranger. Well, you can always be strangers then, I guess. What is that nasty looking stuff? Wood, huh? I didn't think they could still burn. They're allowed to burn in those right now? For the longest time, those things were you couldn't burn in them, or you couldn't barbecue. There's quite a bit of wind. I decided to do the activation in the truck. I could never done it with all this wind. I had a few times where I was out almost in this much wind with that antenna, and the antenna was like bowed way over. It does take a lot of abuse. This is a low there. You see it on a pole? And it's got a solar cell in a box. I bet you anything it has a horn on it. The horns we were hearing were probably telling people to get off the lake. It's too windy. I used to activate over here with the 17-foot whip antenna and several ground wires. I would have a rig expert antennalyzer. I just get the 20 meters set up really quickly and with perfect SWR and do my activation. But it's so convenient in the truck now. You won't have to worry about all this wind. Second time we've been out walking the dogs today. Yeah, Bradley. You know, that guy probably heard of all the racket, huh? I had my window open. I think I had my window open. I know I had the back windows open for the dogs. He's probably wondering, what are they doing? Well, I'm sure you can see the antenna. I figured we're doing something with the radio. That's a different, is that the same dog? That is the same dog here. Yeah. Yeah, that has to have something to do with the don't booze and cruise. Don't bruise and cruise. Is this still up or is it going too far down now? It's fine. Road ends when you go in the water. When you drive in the water, you know the road ends. When you get all wet, you can't breathe anymore. Instead, you're trying to breathe water instead. Doesn't work out. You know, I've seen this lake where it was really, really windy. I was on that other side. That was pretty impressive. Yeah, almost like white caps or something. It was so windy. Yeah. I don't see anybody on the water now. The trouble is going down here. We gotta go back here in a minute. I'll go down here anyway. That's not still a boat out there, or is that a... He's close to the shore. It don't get any better. Maybe at when the sun goes down. Well, we're supposed to get... Well, my brothers in California said it was raining again, cats and dogs. And the last time he said it was raining cats and dogs, about 3 days later we got rain over here. Usually we just get wind from a California storm, but we were getting rain. Unusual. But I bet you this one we're going to get more wind than any kind of rain at all. tried a different mount on my son's backpack this morning, and so we probably didn't get much video. We went on these different trails. We even had a battery pack hooked up to the GoPro so we'd get more video. But when I looked over, I guess the cable caused the problem, a glitch, and the video had to be repaired. So we don't know until we get home how much video we got. Let's go out on the wild side here with the dogs. Even the dogs might be a little bit concerned here. Maybe this will come untethered and float out with us. We'll be out in the middle of the lake. Splashing on the end here. You know, the lake's so low. Conceivably, if you don't mind twisting your ankle all over the place, you can follow this whole shoreline all the way around for miles. You want to get wet? You want to take a bath? Like you said, heck with that. Sorry. Now she's pulling to get me off. Let's go. One time we walked not too long ago along this coast here, and then there's some coves back that way we were in. But I tell you, it is rough. Those rocks are not a smooth way to go or walk. Yeah, he's out farther now too. One of the worst things can happen is they can't get in because the wind's so much, and they get blown out farther, and they run out of gas. In that case, they're better off beaching themselves on letting the wind just take them to the opposite side and beaching on the shore and just wave it out. Don't get too battered on the rocks. You're the only boat out there. About the only boat out there earlier too. I wonder if that's the pickup waiting for him. Or is there a boat on the back end of that? Can you tell? I can't tell from here. What? There's a boat on it? Surely he's not going to be putting out. Doing something. Huh. Alright. Now we get to have the fun of walking uphill. See, look, who knows what's in that box, John? It's got a solar charger. That's solar. It's pretty big. It may be 100 or 200 watts even. It's got 2 controllers on the back side. What's in the box? I don't know. And it's got a light. One time they had this whole thing rigged up for lights, and all those things have been taken out though. Oh man, right in the sun. Oh shit. Let me see. I don't see where there's a horn. light. Well, I'm retired, and so I don't have hardly anything to do. My son, he's not working, so we're just hanging out at the parks. This park's about what? How many miles from us in Artesia? 15, 20 miles? We could either go back to Artesia or go into Carlsbad. Is that the same boat back in that cove there? Don't look like the wind is bad. Really?
Yep.
Well, maybe it's not as bad as I thought. Huh. I'm no boater, so I don't know. I always wanted to get a kayak. I bet you that's not any good for a kayak to be in. See, what time is it now? I wonder if Pop's Diner will be open when we go. Do they even open on Sundays?
They weren't open this morning.
Yeah, I don't. I've never really paid attention though. Well, we had two people here. We had people earlier with their whole family, it looked like. And they were doing some barbecuing off their tailgate, something like that. And then we had that guy in the SUV while we were activating the park. He was sitting across from us for quite some time. Probably wondering what we were doing. Yeah, let's see. Either I go to the vault toilet over there, might as well just be civilized and use the vault toilet instead of a George Bush. Scat. Doesn't seem as windy right now. I'll get it set, that box set exactly where I want it, finish it up, and do an activation. I could even using the same expandable whip if I wanted to, and just do a do a 10 meter. Some people are using those ATAS and put them on one of the portable mounts like I got, and using it that way, putting out all the ground radios and just using it, a spike in the mount in the ground. And but if I'm going to do all that, I'm going to use my 17-foot whip. I'll get out a lot better. gonna go to the boys' room over there in a second. All right, film's over. Bradley Lake on the what side is this? This is the east Deus area. It's in November, so it's free to use for local people, that is, here in New Mexico. Just Deus. The other stuff costs. All right, end of the film.